Hello guys, this is Domenico and welcome to my channel. My name is Domenico and I am the author of Italiano a Zero. Today I wanna make this video and wanna make it in English. It's something like a remake because I talked about this topic already in Italian, but I want to do it in English as well. So today I'm gonna be talking about the differences between accademism versus realism. What do I mean by that? The way English native speaker, Italian native speaker, Spanish native speakers, or whatever, the way we learn languages is totally different compared to the people who goes to school. So I wanna emphasize three very important things that native speakers do that foreigners do not. Now, the first one is that natives are surrounded by natives speakers, and when you are surrounded by native speakers, generally you tend to acquire that kind of knowledge, that kind of informations. So, but if you go to school, generally you kind of acquire an academic speaking that is very different compared to the informal language. So even though you study a lot of years at school, doesn't mean you can speak your mind, you can express yourself quickly and automatically like native do. Now, why? The problem is that we tend in the school we tend to emphasize written English and reading. But in everyday situation, people generally tend to speak and tend to listen. So even though we use very informal language too, but if we don't train our ears and we train only our eyes, we're gonna be very good at writing and at reading, but it's gonna be very hard to understand natives people, because they speak in a completely different way compared to other people that want to teach us the new language. I mean, if I go to school, we tend to speak in a completely different way. We tend to slow down our speech, and we tend to use, as I said before, very academic words. During if you come to Italy, or if you go to, I don't know, everywhere, natives speak very fast. They use completely different phrases, and sometimes even illiterate people, anyway, they developed a very good speaking and listening skills. So we have to differentiate. Oh my God, we need to understand that speaking and listening are completely different skills compared to reading and writing. So the first problem, we need to be surrounded by natives. The first important things. Another thing that is very important is to not to be stressed too much about testing people all the time. When you take a test, you are very stressed. So when you stress yourself, you tend to, stressed people don't learn very well. It's very important. It's very quite natural, because when you are very stressed, you tend to be focused in a not in learning, but in you have this kind of worry. So you have a lot of energy, coming out in your body, because speaking about human being, when we are very stressed, we tend to to fight, or to escape from a dangerous moment. So if we want to really learn very well, we need to feel very relaxed when we speak, or when we are listening, or when we are learning in general. To me, it's very important to avoid this kind of fake tests. Okay, so we tend to be tested all the time in the real world as well, because it's, as I'm speaking right now, you guys are watching my video, and you are testing your English as well, because if I make a mistake, or if you guys don't know certain phrases, you guys are testing yourself. But it's very natural, and particularly is this kind of tests are are more real if they are if we speak, or we listen, instead of writing and reading. We need to understand the sounds of the language, mainly, like natives. We develop this kind of skills when we are kids, and kids tend to listen all the time. We tend to listen the same things over and over and over again. So we develop this kind of deep learning. And speaking about deep learning, I want to go to the next step that we have to do if we want to master a language. So we need to have a lot of repetitions. If we really want to improve, or we want to speak quickly, automatically, and have effortlessly, we need, like a natives, we need to make lots and lots of repetitions. So deep learning is very important. Even if you want to have a very if you want to use your grammar in a correct way. So when you speak, you have this kind of feeling for correctness, like natives. We don't think about grammar, we just talk. And if we make a mistake, or some a person in front of us make a mistakes, we know already they made a mistake. It's like many times I heard people who were studying English all the time used to say, yesterday I go to the cinema. And when you listen this kind of things, you understand right away there is something wrong. Like, I heard all the time, yesterday no, yes, some phrases like, did you went to the cinema, something like that. Even though you don't want to correct them, you understand right away there is a problem. So you have this kind of feeling for correctness, and it's very normal if you listen to the same things over and over and over again. So repetition is the key for is too important. Before you move on to the next topic, you need to have this kind of deep learning. Okay. Another thing that is very important is that you have to have a, how should I say it, a holistic learning. I mean, this is what, as I said before, this is what natives do all the time. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, if you want to learn let's say, a simple word like red. Natives used to listen to this word over and over and over again. They used to listen this word in a correct way, in the right context. If I say, for example, do you like that red car? Or if I say, have you read that book? Read and read. English is very crazy. There is, this kind of word read, but the meaning is totally different. So I know the differences between read in the first phrase and read in the second way because I heard it to many native speakers, saying the same phrases all the time, over and over and over again. So not just in one topic, but maybe in two topics, three topics, etc. Okay, so let me sum up everything. So you need to be surrounded by natives, and you need to listen and to speak instead of reading and writing. Another important things, don't pay too much attention to the fake tests delivered by school. They are not that important, even though you are very good, even though you gonna get a very good grade, doesn't mean you can use it in the real world. Okay, so don't pay too much attention, don't be too stressed. And other things, tests tend to stress you too much. You don't have to be stressed. Just relax, start reading, start listening, and feel very confident because you're gonna achieve the level that you want to achieve, but you need just to relax, and you have to have a lot of repetitions. You need to repeat what you've learned over and over and over and over again. Deep learning is very important too. And another things that you have to have this kind of holistic way to learn. So if you really want to master something and you love something, you need to learn the same thing from different points of view. Okay, I think that's all from me for today. I hope that what I said makes a lot of sense for you guys. And as always, thank you for watching, and tata for now.